There you go. It's your boy Wizardatwill. Good morning, everybody. Whoop, whoop. It's day 10. All right. Whew. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am sore. This is like that day 4 where I was hurting and I just was like, what the heck I was doing? But instead, this is day 10, and I don't feel like what the heck I'm doing. I'm just damn very sore. So, man, today will be the light day, but still doing what I need to do. So this is a part of the whole entire challenge, is that not to be content, and also knowing my limitations and stuff like that, and knowing how much I can push and not push. So it's alright. Today I'll still do all my workouts, but I won't push the extra rep or the extra set. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter who you are, whether you're a beast like me or you're a king of the jungle, you gotta rest and allow your muscles to recuperate. So today is day 10, and I'm excited. I got to share some valid information with a lot of you guys, and one thing it bothered the heck out of me is, like, you ever get someone's name and you just don't know the whole name? Well, that happened yesterday. So today I actually know the name. It was crazy. And his name was Seth Anderson. I was trying to figure it all out after yesterday's video and working out and trying to figure it out. And I was like, man, it's not fun. Stop the guy. Have a good one, man. So Seth Anderson was the one that I ran away with. Now, in my story yesterday, I was telling a lot and I was revealing a lot, and some of them stories were like kind of in together, and I was everywhere. So I just want to certify that around 13, 14, and in that age bracket is where I ran away. You know what I'm saying? I was not freaking driving a car and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I hope some of you guys would understand that. Then when I got my license, I think it was around 16, about a year to maybe a year and a half after is when I first got into that first car accident that I ever been in. And a drunk driver ended up hitting me. And that's when a lot of things just transpired and things happened, and the issue with my father. So just wanted to clear the air because I couldn't remember that kid's name. So yeah, Seth Anderson and Nick Soares, when we was up in school, I was so petrified and scared to come home. And I was getting tired of it too, because it got to a point where I knew I could handle myself, you know what I'm saying? And it was restraint of not to be able to do that because of the love and respect for my mother and my sister. It is what it is. So it was a hard thing for me to face at that time, being young, coming off the foster homes and stuff like that. Just didn't know how to deal with it, man. It is what it is. So now we move forward, you know, like I wanted to share this. This is a piece of the past that I was lingering on and holding on to a little bit too long because of that anger and the pain. And I learned to remove that. Well, you can't remove it, okay? But I learned to suppress it, you know what I mean? Suppress it a little bit more amongst the other pain and the anger that I was having. And what I mean by that is I just overshined it and just covered that file cabinet up with beauty and amazingness and some positivity. Yeah, man, your boy's been growing, and I love it. So yeah, that's what that's all about. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, when I'm thinking about the whole scenario with Nick and Seth, because I was sleeping in their basement. and we house jumping another house. And man, it was whatever it was to not go home and face that fear. And finally I did. And now I'm going to tell you is that, man, I just got hot. And you're a tough guy. And I'm trying to explain to you now that I ain't. But I got hot. And if I have to, I'll put it on. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. My thing with me is a lot of my fighting came with me sticking up for people. That's what I was all about. I didn't care. I was never a bully. That was not my style. But I did fight the bullies. And that was my style. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, I would fight you. Plain and simple. Because I just didn't want to see people picking on others. There's a few friends probably that are going to even see this and be like, yup, I remember that dude coming to my aid and kicking some ass. Because some dudes were picking on me during school or whatever the case is. And that's just who I was, you know? I wasn't out there trying to be the toughest guy. I wasn't trying out there to beat up on people. I just like to fight. Even when I lost, I actually had more of a better time when I lost because I learned more fighting, you know. It was weird, but I was never that guy, you know, that whatever you guys want to call him, that gangster shit. Fuck all that, okay? I was all about my money. I was about hustling. I was a pretty boy hustler. That's where I was, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, sometimes when you're a pretty boy and you are hustling, you're gonna get tested. And I might have not have been able to fight the best, but I motherfucking had heart. And I'd throw down. I would throw down. I'd shoot the fade with anybody. It don't even matter. All right? But things change, and some people lost dignity and their egos and shit. And niggas pulling out razors out of their mouths and knives and guns and shit. So you gotta leave all that alone. But yeah, I was never one of these gangsters. I knew a lot of them. I associated with both sides of the world on that. You know, Bloods, they all Crips or whatever, blah, 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 Puertas, that is, da, 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 da. I knew so many of them because I was cutting their hair, so it wasn't no thing, you know? But I was a businessman. I love money. I didn't want to fight, you know? I just wanted to make a lot of money and have a good time. And that's what it was all about. Good morning. You have a good one. Keep up the great work. Another runner. Yep. And some of these people out here, they be running, and you don't even think that they're running. It's like, what the hell? They just do it naturally because they do it so much. And on that note, that's what I want to express and share is that, man, in this journey of greatness and becoming a better version of you, man, it does not happen overnight. Removing that pain and anger with my pops, and understanding that scenario more and more when I started getting older, it was a challenge. I had to look in the freaking mirror a lot and let go, and it was the hardest part. So that's why I share this story, because I'm a better version of myself right now, and I'm able to deal with certain things despite of the passion, despite of the sprinkle of anger. I'm a way better version than I was yesterday, an hour ago, 5 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. So yeah, I did touch on an aspect towards the end of the video, and that was the Constantino family. They were my blessing. They were my blessing, and for some apparent reason, I think, you know, the universe or somewhere, the angels send me to them because they were the blessing that I needed. They were my family. They took me in. I stayed with them for a while, and the sister took me in, stayed with her. You know, it was just a lot of support from them, a lot, and I just want to honor that, and I praise them every day for it, man. And Mr. C, Miss C, I love you guys, man. Mr. C, wow, there's been a lot of times and a lot of good hugs and cries of me releasing that pain, and I appreciate you taking me in and holding me down like I was your son. Now, we fast forward into a little more of what has been moving on. And I met a whole bunch of amazing individuals in this path of greatness. And I met some great I don't even know what to call them. You can call them NATO, you can call it Solid Connect, but Fito, Urge, and your whole family over there, that little crew, you guys were big brothers and a big impact on really helping me see and understand how to be in the corporate world. I salute you, Urge. I salute you, Fito, for helping me and taking me in as well. And man, was I was a time bomb. It is what it is. I wasn't the best friend. I wasn't the best son. But my loyaltiness, you can't put a price on it. No matter what would go down, if you needed someone, I'd be there all the time and vice versa. That's who I was. So I'm grateful for these individuals because this was a huge part of the life before I left. And it was just time. I was doing a lot of dirty stuff in the streets trying to make my money. And it was just time. My time was limited, you know. Doesn't matter how smart you are or how tough you are. You know, a hustler can only hustle so much until he gets caught. And I've seen too many people get caught up and get greedy. A fighter is only good as long as he keeps winning. You know what I'm saying? Once you start losing fights, there's no line there. There's no like, oh, I respect you. You threw fair. Nah, it's people just don't want to be around you. And I've been there too. You know what I mean? I lost a lot of fights just as much as I won a lot of fights. I'm just being honest, man. I ain't your crazy tough guy. Well, I am crazy. But I ain't your tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I took my losses just like I took my wins. And if anybody in the world tells you different and they claim to be a fighter and I never lost in my life, then they're not a fighter and they're bullshitting. Because the best fighter loses, okay? On the streets or whatever, they lose. And it ignites something in you to either never fucking lose again. And sometimes it is what it is, man. You get them off days, you know? I was a gym rat, man. Love the gym. Stayed in the gym as much as I could. So sometimes you catch me on days I couldn't even lift my arm. I'm like, fuck, I gotta fight this guy. Oh well, let's get it. I might get lucky, or I might even just win, or just take it and lose and go on with the next day. And that's how it was in our world, you know. These days, the generation's soft. You can't be honest. Man, I was trying. I ain't gonna go there, but this generation is soft, okay? And a lot of us are to blame because all you people that are adults now were kids, and when you guys got pregnant or kids early, nothing against that. Everybody was on that. I'm making sure my kids get with everything that I didn't have. And that's great. But in a form of light, that's why we're in the generation we in right now, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, because we spoiled these kids. These kids, some of them never got a beat, and some of them never got punished. Some never really got reprimanded where they got checked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a big advocate of it, but, you know, I am a big advocate of tough love because that's how we grew up. And that's why we're in this messed up generation right now. Messed up. Anyways. All right, so got everything straight, got time straight, I got my name right. This is day 10. I took you down over here. I got a good pace going, obviously. And I know this video's been long, but we'll get back into the shorter ones. I've just been taking you for the walk down and up, and usually it's about 20 minutes, but the pace is going. And we're already back here and ahead 6 minutes. So that's dope. All right. Yeah, man. Today, I just wanted to thank you guys all for supporting the comments and all that. And, man, you know, I miss you guys all. Some of you guys know who I am and know when I left, I got in contact with some of y'all, even though it was like 6 in the morning dropping off some money. I love you guys. The guys that know that I contact before I left. I love y'all, man. Y'all were the real soldiers in my life. You know what I mean? And it didn't matter if you was purple, black, tan, mocha, complexion. They were the real soldiers in my life. I'm not going to say names because I'm not dry snitching on nobody. That's how we was brought up. We don't do that. Okay? There's a lot of things that we just don't do. And I don't care what generation that we're in. I ain't changing. I'm just becoming better. And the better version of me is becoming more pronounced. The more and more I acknowledge it and accept this better version, I'm living in prosperity and you guys don't even know it. Well, now you will. So, all right, this is it. This is my marker where I usually jog it on. Like I said, today, I'm sore. So, I have to walk it out. And that's the lesson today, is know your limitations. No matter what it is, whether it's working out, whether it's working, whether it's dealing with social media and their bull crap, your job, your kids, anything, just know your limitations. And when you get there, learn to back up. Pump it down, back it up, and just know your position and play your position well. This is how I survived, and this is how I became phenomenal on who I am, because I knew and I learned how to adapt and how to play my position. This is why I was able to travel around the world with no problems, because real recognizes real. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that ego where I was trying to be a tough guy, because I didn't need to be. I have a heart, you know, and that's strong enough for me until I had the heart attack. But you know what? We're working on that again. So I'm scattered today because it's day 10. I got a doctor's appointment. And my last previous doctor's appointment all been going well. They showed significant improvements in my heart. I graduated the cardiac rehab. Everything's going well, and I'm just constantly improving and progressing. So I'm out here every day for that. It's not about like anything else. It's about life and enjoying it and respecting it. And I want to live it a little bit more so I can release this amazingness. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, have a great day. And last but not least, I've been shooting out shout-outs, but I'm going to give me a shout-out. Shout-outs to you. Yeah, me. For being here still. And I'm grateful for it. You guys have a great day. And thanks again for everything. Peace.